Okay. Jesus knew from the very beginning what Judas Iscariot would do. Jesus told his disciples, have I not chosen you the 12? Jesus, he chose his 12 people. He chose those that was going to walk with him, that was going to learn from him, that was going to be a part of him. Jesus chose them. And Jesus chose Judas. So can you imagine choosing a very person that you already knew was going to betray you? We've all done. We've all had that one person in our circle of friends or a family member that we know don't give a darn about us. That we know that they will put a dagger in our back if they had the chance. We all got that one. Some of us got 2, 3, 4, 10. We all have. And many of us, we know who that person is. Yeah. But we still have them in our circle. Okay. He said, have I not chosen you the 12, yet one of you is a devil. And at the Last Supper, Jesus predicted his betrayal and identified the betrayer. Jesus answered, it is one to whom I will give this piece of bread when I have dipped it in the dish. Then dipping the piece of bread, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, son of Simon. So he identified basically the one that was going to betray him. Now, here's the sad part. Here's the sad part. He identified, this goes to show you what happens when you as a society is not paying close attention to the signs. See, that's one of the bad parts about suicide. People around that individual that is getting to the end of their life, a lot of people around them, the science is relevant, but they're just not paying attention. I mean, the science is just all over the place. They're throwing out signs. They're throwing out hints. They're saying things to let you know that they're going down that rabbit hole, but they're giving you an opportunity to try to help them come back out of that rabbit hole. And the majority of the time, 9 of the 10 times, we don't recognize it. Because suicide is one of those topics, just like sexual abuse. Let's be real with it. Just like sexual abuse, people in society, they rather just put that, if a person was abused sexually, they want to put that under the rug. They don't want to discuss it. If there's a mental issue in the family, they want to put it under the rug. Especially among the black culture. We don't go see no psychologist, no. We don't go see no therapist. We ain't crazy. That's a sign you crazy. You have to go see a therapist. That's the way we as black culture have been taught through the decades, and so that's how we perceive things. And because of it, and it ain't just blacks now, you got some whites like that too, or some other races. But I can only really speak as a black individual because I'm black. But because of it, we're not seeing the signs that we are going down that rabbit hole. Okay, so we're going to look at, because remember I told you those around Jesus, now these people been walking with Jesus for 3.5 years. They've been walking with Jesus. They've been listening to his teachers. They've been seeing all the miracles and stuff that Jesus was doing. They've been seeing how Jesus was talking to individuals, how he was helping individuals, how he was healing people. They were seeing all of this. So they had first-hand view. Now that's going back to Adam and Eve. Eve was on the sideline. what Eve done wasn't wrong too. But what I'm saying is Eve was on the sideline. Adam had a direct conversation with God. So he had first-hand knowledge. Just like the 12 disciples that was walking with Jesus, that was watching everything that Jesus was doing, they had first-hand knowledge of what he could do. They had first-hand knowledge. They had first-hand knowledge of his teachings. But yet, they didn't see the devil that was among them. But yet, they didn't see that individual who was demonic influence going down the rabbit hole. But they was among this, them 11 was among that one for 3 years. And they still didn't see the sign. And it's a sad thing for us as society to be among a person who is dealing with mental, emotional distress, and we are not paying attention. That is why the numbers for suicide is going up, because we as a society is not paying attention. We're too busy looking at our own life and not seeing our brother and sister. So let's look at John 13. That's on your, I believe that's on your second page. John 13, verse 20 through verse 30. And it says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that receiveth whomsoever I send receiveth me. And he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. When Jesus had thus said, he was troubled in spirit, and testified and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. Now that should have raised everybody's eyebrows on it. Well, wait, Jesus. One of us gonna betray you? Huh? Now let's see what the disciples done.